Alibaba still looks like a dream solution for sourcing, doesn't it? And for some, it is a dream solution. Endless products, a few clicks, and you're in business. But before you go diving into it, there's a few important things you should know. Today, we're diving headfirst into the truth about sourcing from China, why some serious importers still avoid buying from Alibaba. So stick around, this could save you time, money, and a ton of headaches. And hey, while you're here, smash that like button so that more people can get the straight facts. Let's talk about updates. In 2024, Alibaba made some major moves to streamline global trade for small and medium businesses. Number one, they created an AI-powered sourcing engine. So in September, Alibaba launched an AI-driven conversational sourcing engine designed to simplify the B2B e-commerce experience for SMEs. This engine utilizes advanced AI to process extensive data, comprehend sourcing requirements through natural language processing, and accurately match buyers with suitable products and suppliers. Number two, the guaranteed service. The Alibaba Guaranteed Service aims to reduce the need for prolonged supplier negotiations, enabling businesses to test products with minimal risks. Additionally, cloud technology now powers Alibaba's supply chain tools, real-time updates, transparent communication, and streamlined procurement. Sounds pretty impressive, right? And it is, but these updates don't erase the fundamental issues that we've seen with Alibaba. So let's dig deeper. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of Alibaba. So Alibaba is continuing to improve the platform, no doubt, but there are still some risks that you cannot ignore. First one being supplier verification. Yes, Alibaba has badges like Verified Supplier and Gold Supplier. To get one of these badges, the supplier must purchase a paid membership, have a third-party inspection, and have ongoing monitoring. However, the Gold Supplier badge alone does not guarantee quality. It's important to note that many suppliers on Alibaba are not manufacturers, but trading companies. Some small buyers would be better serviced by trading companies. Sure, they add a margin to the product cost, but they hold some items in stock, do not require minimum orders, and can deliver immediately. However, many other companies explicitly want to avoid trading companies, and on Alibaba, it's nearly impossible to determine if it's a trading company or a manufacturer. Let's talk about the gold standard, traditional importing. All right, so we've talked about the convenience of Alibaba, but what about the old school way, traditional importing? So let me tell you, this isn't for the faint of heart. It's not just about placing an order. It's about building relationships, negotiating deals, and getting your hands dirty to create a supply chain that works like a well-oiled machine. Here's the deal. Traditional importing isn't glamorous. It's gritty. It's time-consuming. It's definitely not as plug-and-play as Alibaba. But for serious importers, it's the gold standard. Why? Let's break it down. First off, customization. When you work directly with manufacturers, you're not just ordering a generic product off the shelf. You're creating something that's uniquely yours. Your branding, your specifications, your design. It's how you stand out in the market. And then there's pricing. Look, Alibaba gives you decent prices, sure. But direct importers, they negotiate deals that Alibaba can't touch. We're talking serious savings when you cut out the middleman and work directly with the factories. Quality control is another big one. When you're sourcing directly, you have the power to inspect products, set standards, and ensure consistency. No surprises, no excuses. Similar to how you have no excuse for not hitting that like button right now and helping me out with the algorithm. And to say thank you, here's a picture of a sloth. Now, back to the hard truth. So here's the hard truth. This approach takes effort, and I mean a lot of it. Logistics alone can be a nightmare. You're coordinating production timelines, shipping schedules, customs clearance. One missed detail and you're looking at delays, penalties, or worse. Let's not forget cultural differences and communication barriers. If you're not familiar with how business is done in China, you're in for a learning curve. And we haven't even touched on compliance, making sure your products meet safety standards and import regulations in your country. And then there's the cost of entry. Most manufacturers require high minimum order quantities, MOQs, which means more upfront investment. You can't just dip your toes. You've got to be all in. So why do importers still choose this path? Because for them, it's worth it. If you're in this for the long haul, if you're building a brand or a B2B business that relies on consistent quality and supply, traditional importing gives you control that Alibaba simply can't offer. So is it harder? Absolutely. But the rewards, game-changing. All right, now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Alibaba and traditional importing each have their pros and cons, but which one actually fits your business? To answer that, you need to look at the metrics that really matter: consistency, pricing, quality, and control. Let's break it down. First up, consistency. This is where traditional importing shines. Why? Because importers build long-term relationships with their suppliers. They're not just looking for a one-time deal. They're setting up a reliable pipeline for years of steady supply. With Alibaba, consistency can be a gamble. Sure, you might get a great first shipment, but what happens after that? Suppliers on Alibaba can change materials, cut corners, or even vanish altogether. If you're running a business that depends on repeatability, this unpredictability is a huge risk. Next, let's talk about pricing. On the surface, Alibaba seems like the cheaper option. Low MOQs and competitive pricing are part of its appeal. But here's the catch: those prices are often inflated compared to what traditional importers can negotiate directly. Think about it. When you're sourcing directly, you're cutting out the middleman. You're also in a position to leverage volume for discounts, something you just can't do on Alibaba. So while Alibaba is great for small-scale operations, traditional importing wins for businesses looking to scale. 3. Quality assurance. Quality is everything, right? Whether it's a custom product or something off the shelf, you need to know your customers will get exactly what they expect. Here's where the hands-on nature of traditional importing gives you an edge. Direct importers have systems in place for quality control. Inspections, certifications, and even on-site visits to factories ensure every shipment meets their standards. With Alibaba, it's more like crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. Sure, you can request samples and inspect products, but you're still dealing with suppliers remotely. That's a risk. Number 4, control over delivery. Finally, let's talk about control. Traditional importing gives you reins. You're managing production schedules, monitoring shipping, and ensuring everything arrives on time. If there's a hiccup, you've got the relationships and the leverage to fix it. With Alibaba, you're largely at the mercy of the supplier. Delays, missing items, damage in transit. Good luck sorting that out quickly. For businesses that can't afford missed deadlines, traditional importing is the safer bet. Ultimately, the choice between Alibaba and traditional importing comes down to your business model and goals. If you're just starting out, running a small operation, Alibaba can be a fantastic entry point. But if you're serious about scaling, maintaining quality, and building a brand that lasts, traditional importing is worth the extra effort. So how do you decide which route is right for you? Now you know the pros and the cons of both approaches, but here's the million-dollar question: which one is right for you? Let's simplify this by breaking it down into a few questions. Number 1, what stage is your business at? If you're just starting out, testing a product idea, or running a side hustle, Alibaba can be a great fit. Why? It's fast, it's easy, and it lets you get your feet wet without committing to massive inventory. But if you're scaling, handling large orders, or need a steady supply of custom products, the convenience of Alibaba can quickly turn into a liability. At this stage, you need the reliability and control that comes with traditional importing. Number 2, what's your risk tolerance? Let's be real, every sourcing method comes with risks. The question is, how much risk are you willing to take? With Alibaba, you're betting on the supplier's honesty and the platform's safeguards. For some, that's good enough. For others, especially those with tight margins or high standards, it's just not worth it. Traditional importing might be harder, but it lets you mitigate risks through direct oversight. Number 3, how much time and money can you invest? Here's the deal: Alibaba is cheaper upfront and faster to get started. But traditional importing is an investment. It takes time to build relationships, negotiate deals, and set up the logistics, and it's going to cost you more upfront. If you're in this for the long haul, the investment can pay off big time. Number 4, what do your customers expect? Customer expectations are everything. Are they okay with generic, budget-friendly products? Or do they want premium, customized items that they can't find anywhere else? Alibaba is fine for standard products, but if you want to stand out, traditional importing gives you the tools to create something unique and tailor-made for your audience. Number 5, what's your long-term vision? Finally, think about your end game. Are you building a quick turnaround side hustle or a long-term brand? Of course, you don't have to choose one or the other. Many businesses start with Alibaba to test products and then transition to direct importing once they've proven the concept. It's all about finding the balance that works for you. So here's the bottom line. Sourcing from China isn't a one-size-fits-all game. Alibaba is a fantastic tool for quick access, low MOQs, and testing the waters. But for those of you playing the long game, building a brand, maintaining quality, and scaling up, traditional importing is where the real magic happens. Remember, it all comes down to your goals. If you're starting small, Alibaba is a great entry point. But if you're ready to level up, don't be afraid to invest the time and resources into direct importing. The control, the quality, and the cost savings can be a total game changer for your business. If this video gave you a clearer picture of the sourcing game, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's the easiest way to let us know that you're enjoying the content and want more. And don't stop there, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. We've got plenty more tips, strategies, and insights coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.